Weight loss isn't just a physical challenge, it's a mental battle that tests your patience, discipline, and consistency every single day. Many people start strong but lose motivation when progress slows or obstacles appear. The truth is, staying inspired throughout your journey is what separates temporary effort from long-term transformation. In this video, we'll break down how to maintain weight loss motivation and keep pushing forward even when results feel slow. Understanding the nature of motivation. Motivation is not a permanent state. It is a psychological response influenced by emotions, environment, progress, and expectations. At the beginning of a journey, motivation is usually high because goals feel exciting and achievable. However, as time passes and results slow down, that emotional excitement often decreases. This decline is normal and predictable. The problem arises when people rely only on motivation instead of discipline and structure. When motivation fades, behavior becomes inconsistent and progress slows, which further reduces motivation. This creates a cycle of frustration. Breaking this cycle requires shifting focus from short-term emotional drive to long-term behavioral consistency. The role of identity in long-term success. One of the most powerful shifts in maintaining weight loss motivation is moving from goal-based thinking to identity-based thinking. Instead of focusing only on losing weight, the focus shifts to becoming someone who naturally lives a healthy lifestyle. When a person begins to see themselves as someone who trains regularly, eats balanced meals, and takes care of their body, actions start to align with that identity. This reduces reliance on motivation because behavior becomes part of self-image rather than a temporary effort. Identity-based habits are more stable because they are not dependent on external rewards or short-term excitement. The importance of visible progress. One of the main reasons motivation drops is the perception of slow progress. The body often changes gradually, and daily observation can make improvements feel invisible. However, progress is happening beneath the surface even when it is not immediately visible. Fat loss, muscle adaptation, and metabolic changes take time. This delay between effort and visible results can create doubt. Tracking progress through measurements, photos, strength improvements, and energy levels helps make small changes more noticeable. When progress becomes visible in different forms, motivation naturally increases. It is important to understand that weight is only one metric, and not always the most accurate reflection of fat loss or fitness improvement. Building discipline. Overmotivation. Motivation is emotional, but discipline is structural. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel at the moment. While motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. Building discipline requires consistency in small actions. Repeating simple behaviors such as daily walks, planned meals, or scheduled workouts creates a routine that becomes automatic over time. Once a routine is established, decisions become easier because fewer choices need to be made. This reduces mental fatigue and helps maintain consistency even during low motivation periods. Discipline also grows stronger every time you complete an action despite resistance. Each small win reinforces the ability to stay committed. Managing expectations and avoiding frustration. Unrealistic expectations are one of the biggest reasons people lose motivation. Many expect rapid changes within a short time, often influenced by social media or transformation stories that do not reflect typical progress. In reality, sustainable weight loss is gradual. The body adapts slowly to changes in diet and activity. When expectations are too high, normal progress can feel disappointing. Setting realistic expectations helps maintain motivation because progress feels more achievable and less stressful. Understanding that consistency over months matters more than perfection over days creates a healthier mindset. The role of environment in motivation. environment plays a powerful role in shaping behavior. A supportive environment makes healthy choices easier, while a negative environment increases resistance. If unhealthy food is constantly available, willpower is tested repeatedly. If physical activity is inconvenient or inaccessible, workouts are more likely to be skipped. Small environmental changes can significantly improve consistency. This can include keeping healthier foods visible, preparing meals in advance, creating a dedicated workout space, or surrounding yourself with supportive influences. When the environment aligns with your goals, motivation is less frequently tested. Emotional management. During the journey, weight loss is not only a physical process, but also an emotional one. Stress, boredom, frustration, and fatigue can all influence eating habits and motivation levels. Emotional eating often occurs when food is used as a coping mechanism rather than fuel. Recognizing emotional triggers is an important step toward gaining control over them. Developing alternative coping strategies, such as walking, journaling, deep breathing, or engaging in hobbies, helps reduce reliance on food for emotional comfort. Over time, this strengthens both emotional stability and dietary consistency. The power of small wins. Large goals can feel overwhelming, especially when progress is slow. Breaking goals into smaller milestones helps maintain motivation by creating frequent moments of achievement. Every completed workout, healthy meal, or consistent week becomes a small win that builds confidence. These small wins accumulate over time and create a sense of progress even when major transformations are still developing. This approach keeps the mind engaged and reduces the feeling of being stuck. Dealing with setbacks. Setbacks are a natural part of any weight loss journey. Missing workouts, overeating occasionally, or losing consistency for a few days does not mean failure. The problem is not the setback itself, but how a person responds to it. Many people lose motivation completely after a setback because they view it as a sign of failure. However, successful long-term progress depends on the ability to return to routine quickly without guilt or self-judgment. The key is to treat setbacks as temporary interruptions rather than permanent failures. Long-term perspective and mental resilience. Sustainable weight loss requires a long-term mindset. Short-term thinking often leads to extreme approaches that are difficult to maintain. When the focus shifts to long-term health, performance, and well-being, decisions become more balanced. This resilience is what ultimately ensures long-term success. Motivation may start your journey, but discipline and consistency will finish it. Real transformation happens when you keep going even on the hard days. If you found this helpful, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fitness motivation, mindset strategies, and health transformation content.